I don't believe in the bastardisation of the European language. I don't believe that we should mix Te Reo and English together. And people say to me, well, you're racist. This is my view of the world. I'm very upset and have been for probably decades on the one-sided interpretation of the treaty. I'd like to see the government pay Ngāpuhi out, which is the largest tribe, the tribe in the north, very north, and then close down the Waitangi Tribunal and start to operate as a multicultural society, not as a bicultural society. Cancel culture. And what it basically means is if you don't like the message, then you just criticise the messenger. I spoke at the recent meeting that we had in Invercargill, which was the Taxpayers Union and Federated Farmers around resource management. Waka Kotahi, and that's a name I absolutely detest because I hate the bastardisation of the English language. I said some things that I shouldn't have said, but I'll say it again because at the end of the day you've got to be true to what you believe. So I don't believe in the bastardisation of the European language. So that basically means I don't believe that we should mix Te Reo and English together. I get called a racist on many occasions, and I've had colleagues at council, iwi colleagues at council, who refer to me as a white, old, pale, stale person of priority or some importance in the community that's biased and racist. If I referred to you as a black woman of status that was biased and racist, I'd be hung and quartered down the main street of Invercargill. And I'm quite proud to be Māori. My colleague, and I use the word colleague very loosely, the Mayor of Clutha. So for those who haven't read it, because it was in that paper that I won't mention, but it's 1,000 times. When information is used to reflect only one group's protest, democracy no longer exists, and let's call it Russia or some tin pot state. So this man's got a radical, what you might call right-wing view. So does that mean that I then have to cast aside the Māori Party, which has a very left-wing and very radical viewpoint? One of the things that I'm not skilled at is tihanga Māori, which means the protocol around maraes and at meetings. So I don't speak Te Reo by choice. I've had training, but I don't. I was a bit embarrassed about the fact that we couldn't get a decent venue in Invercargill, that they couldn't get a venue around town, actually they had 3 or 4 venues, and every time they got scuttled by people coming in the back door saying, you know, these guys are racist, they're anti-Māori, you shouldn't be entertaining them. Well, you know, we've got Māori Party and others that pronounce things that aren't all that good either. But we still let them have a voice, and I would still open up any venue for anybody that wants to. There's probably a few extreme groups you wouldn't want to go to. But look, democracy is all about having a voice. I'm a bit embarrassed that we couldn't get you a bigger venue that you could have promoted in a normal sort of way and get a bigger crowd.